Hi third graders, happy Thursday. Today we're going to finish reading our story, Brave Girl. Just to review, this is a fiction story. Our main character, Clara, is a girl who works at a garment factory making clothes instead of going to school. She is fighting for her rights and the rights of the other girls who work at the factory. Yesterday we read how she encouraged the other girls to strike and picket, and while she was standing up for her own rights, the bosses would use violence and force to get her to stop. We know that she was trying to hide her bruises from her parents, but we know that the other girls were thinking if she can do it, that they can do it too. Yesterday you wrote about why Clara wanted the girls to go on strike, so we know that they are fighting for their rights. They want better working conditions, they want more money, they want to work less hours. So today, let's keep reading our story. We must do something bigger, think Clara and the other union leaders. Something huge, a giant strike at every garment factory in the city. The union holds a meeting. Throngs of workers pack the seats, the aisles, the walls. The hall thrums with excitement. Clara listens to speech after speech. The speakers, mostly men, want everyone to be careful. 2 hours pass. No one recommends a general strike. Finally, the most powerful union leader in the country goes up to the podium. Not even he proposes action. So Clara does. Looking at the illustration, I see that the poster on the stage says International Ladies Garment Workers Union. So although we know that it's all girls and women who work at these factories, it's the men who are in charge. That's right, Clara. She calls out from the front of the hall. The crowds lift her to the stage where she shouts in Yiddish. I have no further patience for talk. I move that we go on a general strike. So Clara stands up in front of all these people. She starts talking in her native language, Yiddish. Remember, she's an immigrant, so she moved to New York City from another country. So she suggests that everyone goes on strike. So meaning all the factories in New York City. And then she starts the largest walkout of women workers in United States history. The next morning, New York City is stunned by the sight of thousands of young women streaming from the factories. One newspaper calls it an army. Others call it a revolt. It's a revolt of girls, for some are only 12 years old, and the rest are barely out of their teens. In the coming weeks, Clara is called a hero. She lights up chilly union halls with her fiery pep talks. Her singing lifts the spirits of the picketers. When a group of thugs approaches, she yells, "Stand fast, girls." So Clara's idea was for all of the women and girls in New York City to go on strike or stop going to work. And it actually happens. And they do. All winter long in the bitter cold, in their cheap thin coats, tired and starving and scared, the girls walk alongside the men on the icy sidewalks of the picket line. They spill out of the union halls, blocking the roads, filling street corners and public squares. Newspapers write stories about them. College girls raise money for them. Rich women, swathed in fur coats, picket with the factory girls. By the time the strike is over, hundreds of bosses agree to let their staff form unions. They shorten the work week and raise salaries. This strike emboldens or encourages thousands of women to walk out of garment factories in Philadelphia and Chicago. So now, not just girls in New York City, now girls in Philadelphia and Chicago are also walking out in order to have more money for their work and to work less hours. And the strike convinces Clara to keep fighting for the rights of workers. Her throat is hoarse, her feet are sore, but she has helped thousands of people, proving that in America, wrongs can be righted, warriors can wear skirts and blouses, and the bravest hearts may beat, and the girls only 5 feet tall. So, as I mentioned on Monday, this is a favorite story of me and the other 3rd grade teachers. Certainly hoped you enjoyed these recordings all week. Now that we finished the story, I want us to think about why Clara is called a hero. Turning back to the text reads, "In the coming weeks, Clara is called a hero." For our writing today and tomorrow, we're going to start thinking about why the girls called Clara a hero. Do you remember using this main idea graphic organizer in school? If you're able to, get a piece of paper right now and draw your areas on your paper just like how we used to do it in school. Our main idea is Clara is a hero. Today we're going to fill out this graphic organizer to try to help us come up with 5 sentences so tomorrow we can write a paragraph. Why do people call Clara a hero? So make sure you have your first sentence or your main idea. Clara is a hero. Now, thinking about what the text has said and how the illustrations have supported our understanding, why is Clara a hero? I know that this illustration helped me to realize how Clara was the one who stood up in front of everyone to suggest the general strike. I can find the word general strike down here to help me with my spelling. Don't forget, you can always pause the video in order to spell. So, my first detail to support my main idea I was able to just use both the words and the picture to come up with my first detail sentence. Clara stood up and had the idea for a general strike. Don't forget, you can pause the video to help you with spelling as you write your sentence. So let's start to think about another reason why Clara is a hero. Let's think about what Clara was fighting for. She was fighting for the workers' rights. They wanted more pay and less hours. So, using that, I'm going to form my sentence. My sentence reads, Clara stood up for the girls and their rights. She wanted more pay and less hours. Again, don't forget, you can pause this video to write the sentence down on your own paper. I want you to write one more sentence that explains why Clara is a hero. Make sure you fill out one more sentence explaining why Clara is a hero and take a picture and send it to your teacher for today's writing. If you were typing, make sure that you have a clear topic sentence or main idea, Clara is a hero, then have your detail sentences following. Use what the text says as well as illustrations to help you come up with one more reason why Clara is a hero. Tomorrow, you're going to read the last part of the book with Miss Trainer, and then you're going to use this graphic organizer to write or type a paragraph. Remember, graphic organizers help us to understand the main idea, get our ideas down before making that a paragraph.